Hello. RH is ready.
Do we have Rachel tonight?
RH is ready. RH is always ready. For some of that trivia. Yes, we do have Rachel tonight. Oh, yeah. And we have Jesse tonight. Woo! Man, those smells like Oreos.
Hi,
Yay! Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Sometimes when I wave, I look like that guy from the oh he oh ah oh he oh ah, that guy. Oh, Maya he. That, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Maya ha, Maya ha ha. Okay, I'm full of apple juice. Let's go. That Capri Sun is delicious. Not a sponsor, but can be a sponsor if you'd like to be. Capri Sun, call me. I have a backup just in case. Why is everybody in pink? That's weird. Everybody's pink tonight. Alrighty. I think we're ready. Are we ready? I'm ready. I guess that's all that matters. We got Nintendo, PlayStation, Microsoft, Sega, mobile, and how many games?
Do we not have Jake?
I don't know. Where's Jake? I don't see Jake. Jake might not be saying hi. Yeah, you go see if he's on. You do the thingy thing. And again, the last question down here is a prize question. So if you get it exactly right, prize. Just Facebook him. All right, ready? This is Nintendo's flagship character. Slow ball down the middle. You don't know this one, you can just get off because you're not going to know any of them. Yes, I did. I did send out the warning shots.
Get off me.
What's happening? Oh. Mario. Good job, everybody. Mario. This Nintendo game was the first video game to feature the action of jumping. Go. What was the first Nintendo game to ever be the first video game to feature the action of jumping? What we got? I'm assuming that's Donkey Kong. RH says Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country is a what is that? A 64. What's that? A Super Nintendo game. That's definitely not the first one to require that feature jumping. There's a lot of NES games that you can jump in. Anybody else? Anybody else? The original Donkey Kong, when like Mario was called Jumpman. He wasn't even called Mario yet. You had to jump over the barrels. This Super Nintendo game was censored in the US because in the original Japanese release, it featured characters drinking and driving. Why?
I didn't know it.
Oh, you're not going to know a lot of these. I told you. I made them hard so that the boys couldn't run away with it.
Oh.
I made a lot of them hard.
But I also didn't have access.
But the boys aren't even on here, so I don't know why I did any of this. RH is the only one here. Tokyo Drift. That's a movie, Rachel. It's a game I'm sure everybody that's in this room has played.
It's not the original.
It's a game that everybody in this room has played. Don't listen to the Peanut Gallery. Well, yeah, I made this hard so that RH and Jake and Pat couldn't run away with it, and then they don't even show up. Yes, it's the first Mario Kart, because if you remember in the first Mario Kart, if any of you played the first Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, there was a champagne bottle involved in winning. And in the Japanese version, they drink it while they drive down the road. The Game Boy was the first video game console played in space. This is what game the Russian cosmonaut was playing. What's the first... Jake is in here now. Sorry, I was in a TikTok story rabbit hole. Oh my god, Jake.
That's why we messaged you. Stop
being a 13-year-old girl
also,
for once. Jesus.
Snapchat.
Stop being a 13-year-old girl, Jake. I have a Tetris. I have a Pokemon. 2 totally viable answers. Dragon Quest. Again, 2 very viable answers. The girls are doing better, I think. Which I'm all about. I just finished the story. There were 3 parts. Oh, God. Nice. Jake, do you have an answer or not? Jesse, do you have a guess? Amy is right. It was Tetris. It was a Russian cosmonaut. That was the hint. It's a Russian game. Among the top 50 best-selling video games of all time, this many were developed or published by Nintendo. Hunters. Good job, Pete. Now the boys are here. 49. Man, I wish. I wish it was 49 of the 50 best-selling games. Sadly, no. It's not. $49, I love Sonic. The answer, let's see what we got. 24. Rachel's closest. Half of them. Half of them are Nintendo games. Still got it. This is the best-selling Nintendo licensed game of all time. You want to put your 2 cents in on this one? Oh, I see. Gotcha. Now we have Amy's Twitch handle. It is not Mario. It is not It's not a Mario game at all. Mario is not in that game. Pokemon. Very good guess. I was going to say that and then I forgot. No, it is not a Mario game. So we got Pokemon and Zelda. You have a guess? Oh, you're putting it in like a good person. Breath of the Wild? No, it's not Breath of the Wild. Ocarina of Time? That one I won't tell you if it's yes or no. What do you got? Ocarina of Time? No. It's Wii Sports. Wii Sports, everybody. The bowling game. The frickin' bowling game. This is PlayStation's flagship character. Not official, but that's unsettling. Upsetting. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, but it was sold with all the Wii's, so yeah, of course it sold the most units. Kind of a Kratos? No, no, not Kratos. No, this is an unofficial one. Yeah. Oh, George! George is playing too! Yes. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot was in more of their PlayStation commercials than any other character, so. Although not official, flagship character, basically. This was the color Sony chose for the bottom of its game disc. No reason, just thought it looked cool. Then you're wrong, in my opinion. Is Kratos even a solely PS game?
Yes.
Is it?
It was originally.
God of War?
Until the new God of War, yeah.
Oh, really? Uh-huh. I thought it was always multi-platform. Blue? No, they were black, bro. They had black on the back of them. They were blue? Why did everybody say blue? All God of War is Sony. Huh, I didn't know that. Yeah, they were black on the back. True or false? The PS1 and the PS1 are two different consoles. Oh, then they went black. Black was the original color. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that. I knew that from childhood. They were originally blue. Were they? Because I don't even remember. I didn't have a PlayStation. I don't remember blue-backed CDs.
I only remember original PlayStation. No.
The PS1 and the PS1 are two different consoles. True or false? I had two trues and two falses. Just because. It's true. The PS1 is what they called the original PlayStation after 2 came out. The PSONE is a remodel, and it was like, it had like curved edges and crap, and it was smaller, and it was a little more compact. It was weird looking, but it was different. The symbols on the PlayStation's controller's buttons actually stand for things. The square stands for the menu, the triangle stands for the player's perspective, and the cross and the circle stand for these two things. Which, when they came to America, got flip-flopped. So they don't even make sense. But I threw it in there anyway, because I hate all of you. Ah! What do the cross and the... And it's not an X, either. They made that abundantly clear on every website I went on. It's not an X, it's a cross. Rachel says action and jump. George says yes or no. Anybody else? Oh, Robert says actions too. Yeah, X and circle are definitely the most used nowadays. Anyway, I just blindly press them and hope. Yes, that's true too. I can get behind that. Yes and no. The X meant no, and the circle meant yes. But when it came over to America, they got flip flop for some reason. So now the circle means no, and the X means yes. Cross, not X. Silly me. A 19-year-old in France made international news when he bought his brand new PS4 for €9, or almost $11, in a grocery store by going to the self-checkout line and ringing it out as this item instead. Does anybody remember this? It happened right when the PS4s came out. So, like, what, 3-4 years ago? What? 2012? Well, that's 3 or 4 years ago, right?
Oh, baby, don't be drinking that.
We'll go change it. Hummingbirds are drinking yucky stuff. Yucky stuff! Yeah. I got soda and a piece of fruit. Anybody else? I think it was fruit. I got 2 fruits and a soda. What is happening? Ah-cha-cha-cha. The correct answer is he weighed it like a piece of fruit and printed a label out in the produce section. Yes, that's exactly what he did. He used and then he tried to do it a second time and got caught. That's funny. The kid's smart. I could give him that. This is the best-selling Sony licensed game of all time. And of the 50 Sony licensed games, Sony only has one of the 50 highest selling video games. Nintendo has 25. Sony has one. And it's number 49. Yeah, Sony licensed game. Sony wouldn't license a game for Xbox. That would be dumb. God of War. Is Yaki in there?
There's a motherfucking earwig.
Oh, an earwig. That's fun. Throw him down to the garbage disposal. I got 2 God of Wars. Maybe Sonic. God of War. 3 God of Wars. Oh, an Uncharted. Wow. Some Naughty Dog action.
Tell him to go newer.
I'm not telling him nothing. I'm not giving him hints. That was you. The Last of Us. The first one. So Rachel was closest. Spider-Man did sell a lot, but it wasn't on the top 50. That was a PS1 game, right? That Spider-Man game that you're talking about? Or are you talking about the new Spider-Man game? We talking about the old one or the new one? George. Because that new one did a lot too, you're right. This is Xbox flagship character. Again, unofficial. But PS4, okay. Yeah. Well, that PS1 did quite a bit of sales too. That was a pretty popular game, that Spider-Man, way back when. I got 1 Master Chief. I got 3 Master Chiefs. Chiefs? Chiefs or Chiefs? Is it like knives? Knives? Yes, Master Chief. Unofficial, but, you know. The first controller that Xbox ever released was a huge, bulky thing that became known as this. Should be Marcus Phoenix. Guess you're just going on a tangent now. What was that big, giant, cumbersome thing? A mistake. Yep, you're damn right about that. The Shaq controller. Brick! Yeah, it was huge. It fit in nobody's hand. Fatty and I still have one. Sorry, I have to chug them to feel alive. It was called the Duke. Don't ask me. And then the next one was called the Controller S. But this failure cost Microsoft $1.5 billion in 2007. Figure that one out. You know that one?
I should, but I don't.
You should know that one. Everybody should know this one. I make fun of it all the time. It's the one thing I make Xbox One not having a disk drive. No.
Oh.
No. Much worse. Much worse than that. Windows Vista. Aww.
I use Vista, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one.
That was Amy. Yeah, Vista was bad.
I taught myself on Vista.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why I liked it. It was my first real computer.
That's sad, and I'm sad for you.
That was what was available.
What Xbox failure caused Microsoft 1.5? Because you're probably right, Windows Vista was. Jesse says the Red Ring of Death. It's either that or the Kinect. I'll give you that. It's either that or the Kinect. There you go. The Kinect was pretty bad too. It was the Red Ring of Death. Meanwhile, I could drop my N64 off the cliff of a Grand Canyon and it still works. But don't look at the Xbox wrong. It might break. Both iterations of the original Xbox controller had these two extra buttons on them that the 360 and Xbox One controllers did not have. I have a Kinect. Well, again, I feel sad for you. Power pad. Yeah, that thing that you ran track and field on? I remember that. I got white and black buttons. I got black and white buttons. The buttons I could never reach. How do I get up there? Just twist my thumb off. Hold on. The buttons you had to look down to find. Which, while you're gaming is exactly what you want to do. Yes, the white and black buttons. I'm glad they got rid of them because they were terrible. Terrible. Originally, video game producer Bungie wanted to release their game Halo on this type of hardware, not on Xbox. This one's kind of hard. Let's see what we get, though. Originally, they wanted Halo to be played on a different type of hardware. We got PC. Logical. A mobile game. Also logical. When did Halo come out? 2002? 2001?
Yeah, before mobile gaming was a thing.
Well, Gamecast. Windows and Mac. Survey says the Mac. They wanted to be able to play on the iMac specifically. That little green thing with the hockey puck.
Yeah, those computers were fun.
Yeah.
And the only time I ever really interacted with a Mac.
It's also really funny because they wanted to go to Microsoft's exact competitor.
Never would have went anywhere.
This is the best-selling Microsoft licensed game of all time. It's also the #1 best-selling game of all time. It's made the most money and it's sold the most units. And it's also a Microsoft licensed game. There's 2 in the top 50. This one's number 1, and then Connect Adventures is on there too. I got Halo 3. Oh, might not either. Just the other day, I thought 2017 was 2 years ago. So I'm the same way, Rachel. We got GTA, we got Halo 3, we got Minecraft. What? Oh. Okay. 2 Minecrafts. Is GTA's not just... Oh, I guess it is on PC, isn't it? Yeah. It's on PlayStation too, though, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's a multi-platform game, George. Those aren't Microsoft licensed games. Yeah, I do the same thing, Rachel. It is Minecraft. For Robert and Rachel. Minecraft. All the 8-year-olds. I'm kidding. I've never played Minecraft. Partially because I'm afraid that once I start playing it, I always lose all track of time and die of starvation.
It's an ADHD nightmare.
This is Sega's flagship character. Again, unofficial. But we all know the answer to this one. We all know the answer. Come on, just pop. There you go. There it is. Yeah, it's 4-1. Or 1-4. Sonic. The original Sega Genesis controller had this many buttons. Not including this ones in, like the ones on this side where the buttons go. That's what I meant. Don't count the D-pad and the start button and all that crap. Did they have shoulder buttons? I don't remember if they had shoulder buttons. Goku. Two? 226? 4, 6? I remember thinking only rich people could afford Sega. Only rich people could get a console back then. There were 3, A, B, and C. And then there was A, B, C, and XYZ. First there were only 3, then there were 6. Sega Genesis games were the first games to come with these, a product of the 1993 Senate hearings on video game violence, where Nintendo totally threw Sega under the bus. What did that 1993 Senate hearing make Sega do to their games, add to their games? Yeah, everybody's going to get this too. The rating system. Night Trap and Mortal Kombat. Nope, not Street Fighter. Those 2 games, Night Trap and Mortal Kombat. Phantasy Star 2, one game in a popular series even now, debuted on the Sega Genesis late in its run for this retail price. Even back then, they were about 50 to 60 bucks. I'm just going to throw that out there. Just like they are today. What do you think Phantasy Star 2 was worth in, I'm going to say 1990? Maybe 1991? Now they have Phantasy Star Online, right? Robert says $200. Rachel says 82. Yeah. It was more than $60. RH is on the right track. George says 100. 92.75. Jesse put the tax in it. Yeah, it was $100. George is right. It was $100 when it came out. $100 game in 1991. For a brief time, this company was successful installing the Genesis debut in some major store chains, including Walmart, because they threatened to pull out pull their stuff out of those stores if they didn't comply. Price is Right. Price is Right rules. George got exactly on the nose, though, Rachel. Sorry. He would still beat you. Amy guesses Nintendo. RH says Nintendo. Rachel says Nintendo. Yes, Nintendo. They had so much power back then that they could stop people from selling Sega. Even though, worldwide, Sega Genesis kicked the crap out of Nintendo. This is the best-selling Sega licensed game of all time. This one I might have to ask you to be specific about, because I think it matters. You'll still get it, probably, but be specific. All of you should get this. That being said. Sonic and Knuckles? That's what you say? That was on Genesis, wasn't it? Or was that Sega CD?
No, I think it was still on the
Or Saturn, or whatever they call that. So, George is saying the first Sonic? Like the first ever Sega Genesis Sonic? I'm assuming? Because there are a lot of Sonic games. Let's be honest. Yes, okay. George is saying the first Sonic game. Amy is saying Sonic Adventures 2. What's the one where he falls in love with a human woman? Yeah, there's one. Yep, that's a thing. Yep, that's a thing. Don't know why, but it's a thing. That ain't it. Tell you that right now. Song number 3. I don't know Aladdin. Hey, that Aladdin game was pretty good. So was Lion King. Yes, the first Sonic the Hedgehog. Sega was popular at the very beginning, and then they slowly just went.
And now Nintendo owns them.
I don't know if Nintendo owns Sega.
They own their properties.
Oh, I'll give you that. Mobile! Here's where it all becomes a free-for-all, because everybody plays mobile games. The first mobile game ever released was in 1994. It was pre-installed as Tetris on one phone. This game was the next in 1997, which was very successful and became one of the most played video games ever. It's been found on over 400 million devices over the years and is still available on Lumia smartphones. What's the first popular mobile game? Rachel says Snake. I love Snake. Snake's the shit. Jake said Centipede, which is not Snake. It's not even close to being the same thing, but one you eat apples and one you shoot things. Yes. Amy says Snake. Where's RH? RH, you got a guess? That's the ghetto version. Ooh, Pat says Solitaire. That might be the right answer, too. George? George Jesse? Yes? Going along with Snake, or we got something else? I remember playing Solitaire on a phone. Is that sad? I remember playing Solitaire on PDA with a stylus. It's Snake. I love Snake. I always wish Snake was for the PC when I was little. This game reported a revenue of $493 million over a 3-month period in 2014. They made $500 million in 3 months. Minesweeper. Oh, Minesweeper. That would have been a terrible game on a damn phone. Oh, wow. We got Candy Crush and we got Farmville. Woo! Was Farmville ever a mobile game? It was a Facebook game, but I don't know if it was a mobile game. But Farmville, man. What takes V-Bucks? That's Fortnite, bro. We got 3 Candy Crushes, a Farmville, and a Fortnite. All viable things. All viable things. Destiny. These are mobile games. I don't think Destiny's a mobile game. Mobile games, George. Yeah, I don't think Fortnite's that old. It might be, but I don't think it is. Candy Crush Saga! Candy Crush. 3 months, $500 million. Damn. For that annoying ass game. This game was so mesmerizing when it debuted that it had many people walking into things, falling into fountains, and trespassing onto government property.
Oh, gee.
Ah! Yeah, you should all get this one. Half of you play it. My game, Pokemon. Pokemon Go. Yep. I remember that. That was a good time. What's happening? Full screen, bro. Get out of here. This mobile game was the first one to hit 1 billion downloads. Hit goes right there. Yeah, I tried that Harry Potter one. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't. Harry Potter one was weird. Making a Transformer one now? No. Let's stick with Pokemon Go. It's too much work. Especially to have another one started. What was the first mobile game to hit 1 billion downloads? Clash of Clans, Solitaire. First mobile game to hit 1 billion downloads. Tetris has been on here a couple times. Subway Surfer. I don't know what Subway Surfer is. What's Subway Surfer? Mahjong. Yeah, Mahjong was big for a little while. Temple Run. That's a good one, Jake. That's a good guess. Temple Run. There's a game we all played for a week and a half and then forgot about forever. Guys, it's right under your nose. It's Angry Birds. Angry Birds. First game to hit 1 billion downloads. Angry Birds. Oh. There are phones and tablets for sale on eBay right now that are selling for hundreds of dollars only because they have this now unavailable mobile game installed on them.
I know this.
There are phones and tablets for sale on eBay right now. They're selling for hundreds of dollars only because they have this now unavailable mobile game installed on them. Yeah, everybody knows this one. Stupid ass Flappy Bird. God damn it.
Yeah, because Nintendo had a fit.
Nope, Nintendo had nothing to do with its. Nope. According to every internet source I saw, it was the owner because it was making people, it was doing addiction problems. He didn't want negative connotations to his game, so he took it off because it was.
Yeah, I heard it was.
Jake doesn't get it. Someone explain it to Jake. Yeah, no, that's the tapping one. No, that's the yelling one where he jumps. Ah, ah, ah. That one? No.
You have to make noise.
Yeah. No, not that one. Yeah, that's the tapping one. The one with the pipes that look like they're from Mario. Jake doesn't get it. Someone explain it to Jake. I got time. This is the best-selling mobile game of all time. This may make it harder, but it's licensed by EA. Why people like it? Oh, I see. Yeah, people.
I liked it.
There's knockoffs of the game that are just as good. I don't know why we gotta buy a Windows phone off of eBay to have it. It doesn't make sense. There's plenty of knockoffs of that game that are just as well made. Maybe some that are better well made. You know what I mean.
Okay, now do I do
Esports in the game. Oh.
eating, or do I just do...
You just do Kirby. The one where he's jumping at the bottom. Yeah. George says Tetris. Yeah, the EA may make it harder, so. Because it's not like Madden or anything, FIFA. It's none of that crap.
Harry Potter games were licensed by EA.
Yeah, it's not Harry Flopper either.
No, I know, but...
It's not Pokemon Go, because that's not an EA game.
Nope, that's Niantic.
Jorge says Tetris. Anybody else say anything else? Tetris. I had to look this up because I forgot that this was licensed by EA now. Yeah, it's Tetris. I thought Nintendo had the rights to this, but they don't have the mobile rights to it. EA has the mobile rights to Tetris. Okay, how many games? So I'm going to give you a series of video games and then a number, and you have to tell me if it's if the actual number of the games in the series is higher or lower. Ready? The Sims, the main games, not the expansions. More or less than 6. Higher or lower than 6. How many Sim main games are there? Yeah, we're not counting Dogs and Cats and Holiday and Vacation or whatever the hell. Yeah. Yeah, they're all expansions. So I got 1 higher and 2 less. 2 higher and 2 less. 2 higher and 3 less. 2 higher and 4 less. It's less. 4. The Sims 4 is where it stops for now. Grand Theft Auto series main games. Higher or lower than 5? Well, we have a GTA 5. So it's got to be. Again, this is the main games. There's a bunch of expansions for this too. Robert, RH thinks it's a trick and he said 5. It is not a trick because San Andreas is not a number. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's San Andreas and Vice City, which are not numbered, but they are main games. So there are 7. Halo, all games, higher or lower than 20. We're getting harder. And it does include Infinite, which is not out yet. But it has a trailer. It's coming. Jake says lower. Everybody says lower. You don't think there's 20 Halo games out there? You're right. There's 16. Including Infinite and 2 arcade games that nobody's ever heard of. The Legend of Zelda, not counting remasters, higher or lower than 25. There's a lot of Zelda games, even if you don't count the remasters, all the HD ones. What's coming to Switch? Skyward?
I heard Skyward Sword is coming to Switch. May or may not be true because it wasn't on any of them.
Rachel, I think says higher, and then everybody, the other two say lower. There's a lot of Zelda games. A lot of Zelda games I've never played, and I've played a lot of Zelda games. Like Four Swords, Oracle, Spirit Track, the train one. Whatever the train one is. I never played that one either. A lot of them. So I got 2 highers and 3 lowers. I got 3 highers and 3 lowers. Wow, right down the middle. 19, including Breath of the Wild 2. So lower. Resident Evil main games 8. Higher or lower? Now this one, there's including the remasters, there's probably like 40. That's another tricky one. Now this one might be a trick too. This one might be right on the money because Village is the 8th game. See if anyone thinks this is a trick. It's definitely not lower because Village is 8. It's either higher or equal. The green one. Oh, RH. Yeah. There's also Veronica. Code Veronica. That's the main game too. 0 and Code Veronica mess you up. And now we have come to the final question. The final question, as I said at the beginning, is another prize question. It will be higher or lower, but if you get the number exactly right, you win a prize that I will mail to you or give to you at work or, whatever. Thank you for sending me stars, Rachel. I like stars. The prizes might get better if you send me more stars. I'm just saying. Ready? It's a hard one. Every Mario appearance in a video game, higher or lower than 250. Every Mario appearance. That means Punch Out because he's in that game. That means Dr. Mario. That means most of the Yoshi games. 376, so that's higher. Rachel's guess is 376. Now she went down to 276. Yes. There are a lot of Mario appearances in games that Mario is not in. Or supposed to be in. This counts. I think this counts Ocarina of Time because he's in that game too. If you look through one of the windows, he's in that game.
Not even counting. What's his face?
What?
Talon?
No, not counting Talon. There's a picture of Mario. George says 360-ish. I need an exact number, George. Yeah. I go back to 376. 179, 489, 367. I counted all these on Wikipedia. Wikipedia didn't count them for me. They just listed them all, and I had to count them. And it was a high number. 368. So I got 367, 368. 376. Amy won the last prize. Does Amy have a guess? 376. A couple of you are pretty damn close. Yeah. It doesn't really matter though because it's exact. It's not Price is Right rules. Amy, are you still there? Do you have a guess? All right. It is higher. I'm going to give you that. 366. Wow, everybody's just around George. Everybody's just guessing around George, huh? Okay. Yes, it is higher. So Jake loses in both accounts. 360, George. You were so close. If you didn't put ISH at the end, you would have got it. Hell, I might give it to you anyway. $360. God, I don't want to say all their names. What? Yeah, that's cool.
I had to build it. I don't think you actually see
I didn't even know the answer to that question. I wouldn't even been close. I would have never went that high. I don't know which my games today was good. Thank you. I tried. I tried to make it hard enough for the boys too. That's because if they were about the games themselves, if they were popular games like RH and George and probably even Jake would have just ran away with it. But I made it more about history. The history of the games and the consoles. Or the consoles, I guess. But yeah, 360. That's crazy. Still the best game. Still the best character. Fight me. Okay. I'll see everybody later. Thank you for playing. Thank you for playing.
Bye.
I see you later. Bye. Next week's topic: designer purses and shoes. Probably not. Well, probably not.
Who said she was gonna come by?
Yeah, probably not. Cam wasn't here either. I thought Cam would be here for this. Oh well. I don't know.